In March of 2006, the United States Department of Defense awarded the Commander-in-Chief's Installation Excellence Award to Naval Air Station Whidbey Island. This honor ranks Whidbey as the best among all Navy installations worldwide.
We're humbled and proud to have received this award. It signifies our creative and innovative efforts at this base, and represents the efforts of all of our sailors, civilians, and contractors in their approach to meeting the mission.
(1941). Whidbey Island was a quiet farming community of Dutch and Irish pioneer families. But on December 7th, the future of this island was changed forever. Construction of Naval Air Station Whidbey Island, including Alt Field and the Seaplane Base, commenced in early 1942 and was commissioned in September of that year. Outlying field Coupeville was added in 1943. During World War II, NAS Whidbey Island served as a training and operational base for land-based and seaplane patrol squadrons, as well as a training base for carrier-based fighters and dive bombers. Currently, NAS Whidbey Island is the location for Electronic Attack Wing Pacific Fleet and all of its 14 EA-6 Prowler squadrons. Whidbey is also home to Patrol and Reconnaissance Wing 10, including 4 P-3 Orion squadrons and all EP-3 Ares electronic reconnaissance squadrons. In all, Whidbey consists of over 50 tenant commands. Electronic Attack Wing Pacific's EA-6 Prowler, or VAQ, squadrons provide protection for both Navy and Air Force strike aircraft by jamming enemy radar and communications and attacking enemy surface-to-air missile sites.
We provide a service that allows others to execute strike warfare. We are able to control the electromagnetic spectrum, influence it, and manipulate it in order to achieve success in strike warfare. Every carrier that deploys takes a Whidbey-based squadron with it. There are overseas locations that we are deployed to currently. We are constantly being pressed for operational support to military operations around the globe.
Wing 10's P-3 Orion Patrol, or VP squadrons, provide multiple services in a variety of missions, including offshore search and attack, anti-submarine warfare, search and rescue, and counter-drug operations. NAS Whidbey Island VP squadrons were an integral part of Operation Iraqi Freedom, providing armed intelligence surveillance and reconnaissance of both land and sea operations. A variation of the P-3, the EP-3 Ares Reconnaissance, or VQ squadrons, are highly classified national assets that gather real-time, in-theater electronic intelligence. Whidbey is the home for all of the EP-3 Ares squadrons.
The EP-3 aircraft and air crews are able to handle large volumes of classified information. They are able to provide increased capabilities to the battlefield commander, to the carrier strike group commander, and to the expeditionary strike group commander. They are deployed in every major theater of operation in the world. They are deployed to SOUTHCOM, EUCOM, PACOM, and CENTCOM, where they are part of Operation Iraqi Freedom.
The mission we support here at NAS Whidbey Island on a daily basis saves and has saved lives on the battlefield in Operations Iraqi Freedom and Operation Enduring Freedom.
The modern military is in transition. and NAS Whidbey Island is playing a key role in preparing to fight and win in the 21st century. Sea Power 21 is the U.S. Navy's plan for meeting 21st century challenges. It consists of 4 components. The first component, Sea Strike, is the ability of the Navy to project precise and devastating offensive power. The EA-6 provides the essential electronic protection that allows the strike aircraft to operate in a threat environment. The EA-6B Prowler will be replaced at Whidbey Island by the new EA-18G Growler starting in 2009. The Growler is a variant of the Super Hornet, an FA-18F strike fighter.
The number of adversaries out there that are able to use spectrum in order to threaten U.S. forces is much greater than it was 20 and 30 years ago when the Prowler was designed. The E-18G is going to be faster, more agile, more survivable, and more capable as an airframe to do our mission. NAS Whidbey Island is a perfect place to bring the E-18G because it's the one air station that we have where we're able to do a zero-sum game, one-for-one swap. As we retire EA-6Bs, we bring in E-18Gs, and we don't add capacity to an existing air station.
Sea Shield assures that the U.S. Navy provides global defense for the nation as well as the military. P-3 Orion maritime patrol squadrons are a vital element in our global defense. The P-3 Orions currently stationed at NAS Whidbey will be replaced by the Boeing P-8A multi-mission aircraft. This new airplane will be a long-range anti-submarine warfare, anti-surface warfare, intelligence, surveillance, and reconnaissance aircraft. Unmanned aerial vehicles will play an increasing role in both surveillance and combat operations. The Broad Area Maritime Surveillance, or BAMS, unmanned aerial vehicle is expected to be operational by 2013. Naval Aviation Vision 2020 projects the development of unmanned combat aircraft by 2020, and that future carrier air wings will include 4 to 12 of these aircraft. Sea basing includes providing Joint Force commanders with global command and control and extending integrated logistics support to other services. Whidbey Island patrol and reconnaissance assets deliver intelligence and information to all branches of the U.S. military. The key component, or the glue, which binds together Sea Strike, Sea Shield, and sea basing, is the ForceNet concept. ForceNet is the integrated communication and information system which touches all areas of Sea Power 21. The ForceNet system and Naval Air Station Whidbey's electronic attack, patrol, and reconnaissance assets are the heart of the Navy's plan for the 21st century. The combination of access to military operating areas, offshore warning areas, restricted areas, and low-level routes represent a training complex that is unequaled at any other location.
The value of NAS Whidbey and the reason why it's a national treasure is because of the unencumbered airspace.
The Navy Ashore Vision 2030 emphasizes the importance of maintaining unimpeded access to operating areas, ranges, and low-level routes for Navy aviation. It also indicates that specialized aviation missions such as electronic attack and reconnaissance communities should be single-sighted to optimize operational synergy. NAS Whidbey Island currently manages over 55,000 acres, including 2 modern jet runways capable of operating all military aircraft in the U.S. inventory. Outlying Field Coopville is located less than 10 miles south of Alt Field and allows uninterrupted air operations and carrier landing practice at both fields simultaneously. NAS Whidbey also controls the Boardman Bombing Range in eastern Oregon for air-to-ground weapons training. With ample room for expansion, NAS Whidbey is a prime consideration for siting additional weapon systems from any service. New modern hangars, training facilities, control tower, security and hot pit refueling stations, position Whidbey well for additional air assets. Rear Admiral James Zortman, Commander, Naval Air Forces, looks at Whidbey's future this way. There's a whole new set of targets out there as we continue to fight the global war on terror. In my opinion, and in the opinion of the Navy leadership, there is no better place to train than Whidbey Island because of the access to great training ranges that are unencumbered by overcrowding and unencumbered by encroachment. A lot of that is due to the aggressive work of the local community in making sure our ranges and our base will remain that way. Oak Harbor and Island County are recognized nationally as leaders in their efforts to eliminate encroachment from interfering with operations at NAS Whidbey.
We have established a standard and we've set the bar, and we have many communities now, military communities, that are looking to Whidbey to try to learn from them, from this effort.
Local governing authorities have enacted model zoning and density laws to control land use in the areas which are essential to training. All home purchase and rental agreements are required to include a full disclosure statement informing the new occupant of any potential aircraft noise. Oak Harbor prides itself on being a premier military community.
There isn't a soccer game, there isn't a church service, there isn't a parade, there isn't a grocery store line that you can't stand in where you turn around, the Navy's standing right next to you, and they are who we are.
Recently, Whidbey Island Naval Air Station was selected by the readers of Navy Times as the most popular duty station for aviation sailors. Island County enjoys a moderate cost of living and has the lowest crime rate in the state of Washington, as well as one of the lowest in the nation. The combination of island living, unmatched natural surroundings, top-notch schools, and family atmosphere help to make NAS Whidbey a consistent top choice in the naval air community.
Speaking on behalf of my city, it continues to be a profound honor to stand in support of all of the men and women whose military careers bring them to Whidbey.
In summary, NAS Whidbey is a modern, award-winning facility with exceptional and invaluable training assets. As such, it is uniquely capable of filling a variety of future missions at the heart of the Navy's transition to 21st century war fighting. It's clear that at NAS Whidbey Island, the future is here.